Mr. Failure.
Also salty.
Well, some of us...
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
Well, some of us had planned to do things with failure, and now we can't. Everybody except for you, actually. Right. So, you are, in case you couldn't tell from the... Oh, shit. From the soundtrack, you are sailing the high seas. Off the coast of Africa, you are headed west. You've been... Arlo has been part of Hrothgar's crew for a month, maybe 2. Still learning a little bit of... Certainly learning about how to sail a ship, but... Anyways, as you... you know you're about... According to your charts, you're 2, maybe 3 hours away from Saltspray Crescent, which is a somewhat lawless town area, island. I will post pictures of that, and what's the other one? There we go.
That's pretty.
Yeah, it's
Where?
very secluded.
Mm-hmm.
Did you take that picture from Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yes, James, I did.
Fantastic.
There's very few options for what I'm looking for, so it's just
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Carabiner. So you have a shrunken head that needs to be delivered to the...
A shrunken head.
Yeah, James, we talked about this.
We did? You just said that there was something that needed to be delivered. And that someone was buying something.
I definitely said it was a shrunken head. But in any case, yes, because I said it jangles. I said it jangles even when there's no wind.
Okay, that's really fucking creepy.
So, well, maybe, yeah, well.
Is there magic surrounding that? Did you, like, ask about this head? Like...
You are, this ship is actually the third party situation between a buyer and a seller. You've been tasked with delivery.
Fantastic.
You're about...
And we receive payment when we get there, correct?
Yes, correct.
Fantastic.
So now's the time to figure out any questions, give any sorts of orders, ask anything for clarification.
Who will have information about the seller? Or about the buyer, I apologize.
About the buyer? That'll be you.
That'll be me?
It's Captain Varanth Sharkbite.
Okay, let me start my note page first.
Okay. This is just a one-shot, it's not...
See, okay. But it's still fun. It's still fun to take notes, especially since I got a whole entire new book for it.
I could bring him back. There's certainly no reason not to.
Okay, what would you say his name was?
Varanth Sharkbite. He is captain and mayor of Saltspray Crescent.
And he's a pirate?
He's whatever it's called. Privateer.
Okay. What kind of... How does he run his city? Is he fair? Does he treat his people that are there well?
Sure. He's pretty hair trigger. You don't really seem to know what... You don't know what will set him off, if anything. He lets quite a bit slide as long as he gets his tithe from the city itself. Not to say that he doesn't do anything, because he does, but you know, and quite a bit of seafaring folk know that whatever you got for steel is the law.
What do you mean?
You got a gun and a sword, and that's the law.
I see.
They take a much more visceral approach to the law, as opposed to just saying, "Oh, well, there's a law in a book in a library somewhere that says we can't do that." People.
All right. Well, my gun says differently.
Yeah, there you go. My gun's right here. The book's not, and the law's just an abstract idea. But my gun says you're not taking this off of me.
My gun says
yeah.
that you're not taking my gun from me.
Yes. So it's much more physical and immediate and direct.
Okay, so very much Tortuga-esque. How long was he a privateer before he became the mayor?
Oh, at least 20, 30 years.
Any questions that you have, Chili?
Are the Paradigm Posse in this area?
They're not on your ship, and you don't really see any other ships around. So this is no. So this is a one-off, and this is slightly after you met the captain and signed on with him. So you don't even know about the Paradigm Posse right now.
Okay.
I was a little bit confused about that, but that is nothing new because I'm always confused.
Yep.
Okay. Do people like keep to themselves kind of thing, or are they kind of open and friendly, like kind of like the? I guess.
Well, we more meant questions about the buyer that were.
Right. Well, that's why I was wondering, like, if
I see.
if we were to ask, are people gonna look at us funny, or like you know, cower away, or like and be like, try this way, kind of, you know, like. I guess how nice are people? I guess.
Yeah, Captain. How nice are the people?
On the ship?
No, not on the ship. In Tortuga, and not Tortuga. Discount Tortuga.
I would say that they're pretty just drunk pirates.
Okay.
And so I bet that.
Am I gonna get pickpocketed?
That's probably a possibility.
God damn it! Can I chop off a hand if they do it? If I catch them doing it?
Absolutely. I don't see why you can't do that.
Am I gonna go to jail?
See, Alex did just get done saying that, like,
this is your chance. This is character development. This is character development. Don't put this off on me.
Remember the last time I went to jail, it didn't work out so well.
True. That's where you just gotta worry about getting out of the situation of jail. Great background noises.
Thank you. I like the creaking. I've always liked that. That's my favorite part. So, you give a little bit of background as to where we're going, since Arlo has probably never even been on a ship before. I'll assume, and
yeah.
Or he's been with you for 45 days or whatever, so it's not his first time, but he's still getting he hasn't traveled much, put it that way. Certainly not by boat. So you give a little bit of reassurances and explain to him to pay attention. Are you planning on taking the first mate with you?
How long are we planning on staying in this area?
Oh, that's your choice, man. You're the captain.
Um, let's drop off the product and resupply the ship. Stay the night and leave the next morning.
Ship have cannons.
Oh, yes, yes.
Wonderful. We need like artillery, like
Restock.
ammunition.
So I would think if we have ran into anyone else on our travels in the fighting fashion, then yes. But mostly water and perishable items, normal ship materials like rope, maybe some fishing nets, cargo hold, and if we're dropping off other shipments, then extra packaging containers as well. How does that sound?
I like it.
Okay. And with that bit squared away. Whoa. You'll, So, are you taking... Are you taking the first mate or not?
Oh,
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that question that I didn't answer. Yeah.
that question that I forgot about. Yes, since we were going to be staying, the first mate and Arlo will come with me to drop off the package, and the rest of the crew will go about their day enjoying the area, staying out of trouble, and so then the rest of them will come as well, but they will just kind of go on their way to do their thing. Other than the few that will stay on the boat to keep watch and clean, because that's what a good crewmates do.
So who's staying and who's going?
We are going plus the first mate.
Okay, so 3 people, and then he's letting who have shore leave?
Rest of the crew.
The crew have shore leave. So then who's staying to clean the boat? Ship?
A small selection of the crew.
A
That is its
small
turn.
selection of the crew. Oh, that is. Oh, so we're doing turns. Okay.
Yes, because everyone has to have a
You mean like
equal
shifts?
responsibility.
So
Yes,
some people.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay. All right. There we go. Running a ship sure is hard work.
I know, especially when it's me that's the captain.
Yeah. Well, good thing you don't have 120 some years of experience to fall back on.
Well, hey, it's my first time, okay?
Uh-huh.
My
Hrothgar's
first
been at
day.
it. Hrothgar's been at it for a minute. This is like my 3rd session.
Oh my goodness. I wanted to watch Pirates of the Caribbean with you before now, but no. James doesn't want to learn about the foremast, mizzenmast, and mainmast.
Why would he want to do that?
Because he's the captain of a sailing ship.
And Pirates of the Caribbean teaches you exceptionally well about that.
He teaches you everything you need to know.
Yeah, thank you, Chili. Thank you. She gets it. All right, here.
Yeah.
So you answer me as quickly as humanly possible so that you do not have time to look it up. What is port and what is starboard?
Port is right, starboard is left.
No. You had a 50-50 chance, and you got it wrong. Remember when Barbossa says hard to port, rack the starboard oars, and they go to the left, and the oars on the right were retracted.
Or in
See?
Pirates, oh, not Pirates of the Caribbean, fucking How to Train Your Dragon, he says hard to port. And they go left.
All right. but that's not on a ship. So,
No,
anyways.
they were on a ship, though. Anyways, I
Yeah.
was wrong.
Yes. So, you, let's take a look at your charts. See that you should be there by, oh man, evening. Yeah, a little bit after
late
evening. You don't have a watch. You don't know.
We have a sundial, right?
You have a sundial. Oh my goodness, you're adorable. James, would you like, as the captain, would you like to explain to Arlo why a sundial's not going to work?
Alex, as the DM, would you be willing to explain to me?
No, I would not. Go ahead. Because a sundial needs to be in a fixed position, James. It can't be on a boat that's turning left and right and shit. The sundial operates on the shadow that is created by the sun, and the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. And if your boat's turning around and shit, the shadow's going everywhere.
So do we have a magnet to point north?
A compass?
Yes?
No,
James, you want to explain to your crew member what a compass is?
So a compass
Uh-huh.
is a spinning arrow that points north.
Okay.
Or in Jack Sparrow's case, to what you want most.
It's the famed Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow, if you don't mind. I don't see your ship, Captain.
I'm in the market, as it were.
He said he'd come to commandeer one. I told you he was telling you the truth. These are his,
Right. So, you do have a compass. You know that you're headed west. You're actually headed west of Africa, straight across from Mauritania and Senegal. And you still do not. Oh, hi. You still do not. You don't have a clock, so you definitely don't have a sundial. So
we got batteries, right?
batteries? You got you got cannon batteries.
That's okay.
You mean like a chemical battery? Because no, you do not have a chemical battery.
Yeah, we'll make a bomb with it.
Why would... I'll tell you what, you can get black powder in Saltspray Crescent.
Do you just see something? Somebody died by black powder cannon?
Yeah, it's happened before. All this will happen again. It's fine. I don't see the problem.
I can't see the problem.
I don't see the problem.
Yeah.
There are too many people around here anyways.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So. Right, so you don't have a clock. Because they don't really exist, because in the ancient world they weren't that obsessed with time. But you do have astronomical instruments, and you'll be there between maybe like 6 and 7, so evening is when you'll be there. As you're like maybe an hour-ish away, you can start to see the crescent, the island itself, just barely on the horizon. You know you're still ways off. Everybody does. You're more, shall we say, esoteric crew member who goes by the name of Osprey. Comes up on deck, and seems to be doing a little bit of his religious, magical, something, whatever it is that he does. People tend to give him a wide space because they don't really understand him, but that's what he does. And as the island gets closer, people begin to move around more and start to adjust the sails so that they're not moving quite as fast, because you can see there's some traffic. There are some other ships there, some other sails. You will pull into port, into the
left side, right?
the slip, the harbor, whatever you want to call it. What about the left side?
You said we were going to the port side, so I was just making sure that you knew that we were going to the left.
The harbor. How's that? You pull into the harbor, find a slip, and lower the plank. It'll be you and two others. Do you want to go now? In the evening time? You want to wait? What do you want to do?
Before we head anywhere, Hrothgar will instruct his crew to tidy up the rest of the boat and help them through that, raising up the rest of the sails, tidying them up, making sure that they look well so that they're going to be taken care of and lasting time, cleaning up the rest of the deck and the cargo underneath, checking to make sure that everything is in its right position, and being a captain about it, double checking, triple checking, saying farewell to his crew, and riding off. Yes,
Okay.
that is what will happen.
Okay. So, let's change this up just a bit.
Oh man, that was weird.
Okay. You are now in the only city on Saltspray Crescent of... I swear I had... Nope, that's not it. Is this it? That is not it. Shit.
I swore that was it.
That was not it.
No one it, Chief.
Well, alright.
Just saying it, Chief.
It is still styled in the Middle Eastern, North African way. There's a few of those onion-shaped domes that they have. There's a lot of whitewashed houses, cranes, all sorts of standard fare. You see quite a few ships are parked. Yeah, I guess parked. It doesn't sound, that feels wrong though. I'm just a disgusting landlubber. What do I know? A bunch of ships are also moored at port. You see the Houndstooth, which looks like it has lots of pelts draped over it. Land or aquatic creatures. There seems to be no preference. Just what they kill. The sides of the ship are stained with blood from these pelts as they just hang them over the side. And
does it stink?
There is a little bit, yeah. It's not too bad. They're not exactly cured, but they're not exactly rotting. So, yes, there is a smell, but it's not terrible.
As we walk by, Hrothgar will gag excessively and dramatically.
There's a few folks by the railing who point and laugh as you pass by. You see another sleek and smart looking ship that's called the Squall Eater. It seems like it seems like it's in a similar style to a clipper like yours is, but it's a little bit worn. It's seen better days. It needs a paint job and maybe some better sails. And you also see the Seafoam Sprite, which seems to be a little bit smaller of a ship, maybe like a large sloop, a large yacht, something like that. That ship seems very crusted with salt along the bottom half of it, but otherwise it seems like it's in pretty good repair. It seems very sleek. Maybe it's had a enchantment put on it or something, who knows, but the salt seems to add character to it rather than diminishing its appearance. And between those ships and the amount of people that are here, sentients of all sizes and shapes and genders, it seems like this manages to attract just about everybody. You watch as you're walking. You see looks like two people who are attracted a crowd. Looks like they're having a duel. They're standing back to back with single shot pistols, or hand crossbows rather. Excuse me. With hand crossbows, they take paces, and on the third pace, one of them spins and shoots the other one in the back of the head. The crowd claps and cheers, and quickly, and seems to disperse pretty quick.
That's fucked. Shoot him in the back of the head. Where's your honor, sir?
Are you saying this to the two people you're with, or are you saying it to him?
People I'm with. First
Okay.
mate. We'll lean over to him.
Alright.
So
Yep.
he lost. And just shrug my shoulders. You know, the better fighter wins.
Yeah. Captain, I'm concerned that you haven't been here recently. You seem to have forgotten that the only rules are be quick or be dead. I'm not saying it's right, I'm just saying it's the way that it is here. It would be wise to go by their example.
Going by the example is the exact reason why we left. Or were kicked out.
Yes, that's true, but we are not bound to this place. This place did not raise us. And if you're going to make a difference,
Not to get stopped. Right.
this would be a monumental undertaking, sir.
But other business to attend to. Dreams for another day.
Alright, sir. Always good to dream.
And Hrothgar will just continue on.
Okay. And where are you headed?
To wherever the buyer is.
Okay. Sure. You head up to... oh, I didn't even hear you come in. Shit. High failure.
Why, hello there.
Ermagerd, it's a failure.
It's your friendly NPC for one session because I had time to join.
Oh shit. Okay, cool. I need somebody to play Hrothgar's first mate.
And do. Tell me about him.
James?
His first mate, he's dwarven. Hrothgar and him have known each other for a very long time. They were raised together in their home of Jostrella in the mountains. They are the founders of the Black Rose clan.
Lots of League of Legends I see.
Mm.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do.
Well, that game sucks.
Nice. Good one.
Thank you.
Here's my
We're
name,
on.
please.
Name, James.
What did you say that man's name was?
I didn't, because it was your
I have it
character.
written down. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. I have it written down.
Okay. Yep.
And while you go find this, I'm gonna go grab a beer.
Okay, you do that, handsome. Texted it to you. Where is it?
I'm gonna come in, pussy.
Oh, you texted it to me? Oh shit.
Pretty sure.
I'm gonna come in, pussy.
We're burning daylight! You could just make up one. He'll never know.
First mate is Dutruk.
Dutruk. Okay. What's this? Do you want to go off of the personality that I just did, or do you want to
Alright, I'm back.
give it? All right. James.
Okay. First name is Dutruk. Dutruk. Haven't really thought about a personality for him.
I will
So
fill that in for you. Don't worry.
Aw.
You totally got this. I believe in you.
Believe.
And so you're here.
I definitely had the idea that he was. I had the idea that he was less like prone to anger and more to think through the situation.
Yeah.
Can do that.
And
Can I cast Fireball?
I mean, I think so. I
Oh,
think
shit.
Totally that's fireball.
What have you?
Alright.
What have you done? What have you done? No.
Well, he's only going to be here one time. We have to. Maybe what we have to do for Mr. Failure is give him like this OP NPC that he'll just have to come back and
Yep.
play.
I don't want him to be free,
Beauty.
guy. Jesus.
Too late.
That was a pretty good move.
I know.
It's canon.
Beauty could actually one-shot at like Ancient Dragon right now. It's fucking. I hate having to give him up. Who knows?
Tragic.
I'm switching to part-time for work, so I might actually have time.
Oh shit.
We'll see.
Well then come back. Well then
Yay!
then prioritize the Sunday game, because you really fucked planes up.
What do you mean? One player
I-
leaving shouldn't fuck over his entire campaign.
I know that,
Shouldn't.
but that's what happened. I can't do anything
Did
about
I
his
actually
feelings,
give
man.
him depression?
I don't know. I don't care. It's been like
But
a
the
month
best
since we had a
part
session,
is
anyways.
that they even said that they were going to be there.
Yeah, James asked
Yeah,
him
don't worry, guys.
yesterday.
We'll be there.
They were like, yeah.
I feel like I've heartbroken the DM. What the fuck?
Welcome.
Whatever. He's getting ready for college. He's not coming
College
back.
just should have started by now.
Mine starts in 2 weeks.
Tara said it starts in 1 week, so I don't think
Oh,
I
shit.
don't think he's gonna be
I might-
doing anything anyways.
My former college started this week. So.
Regardless of what it is. So anyways,
Walk school.
you're here in basically discount Tortuga to deliver some stuff.
Hi,
To
Shallow Fort.
deliver an item, I should say. So just, be on your guard.
Oh, it's a shrunken head, by the way. Failure. It's a shrunken
Yep.
head we have to
We're
deliver.
all
Yes, it is.
finding this out.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It-
Swap into
and it-
things.
It dangles in the wind when there's no wind.
It jangles in the wind when there's no wind.
It's a cloak of billowing without the actual cloak portion.
Yeah. It just gives you away when you're trying to be stealthy. That's the only difference. And you just got off the ship, and he's taking you to the buyer's house. So,
Aye then, Captain. Lead the way.
perf. So you head up through Tortuga after seeing the very
Walking on.
Yes, after seeing the very unfair duel and a few other less than savory, getting accosted by some prostitutes, male and female. You eventually make your way to not the nicer part of the city, but just fewer people, so it's nicer. There is a water feature in a very small cul-de-sac, and you see a large house. It is oh, I have a picture of it actually. This will be without the turrets or minarets, but otherwise it'll be pretty similar. It is still very much in that style. Quite a grand mansion, and it's very easy to assume that this would be the house of the mayor.
Oh, it's beautiful.
James, yes, thank you. Just without the...
Than me.
And you said that it has extra turrets, correct?
No, I said it has 0 turrets. Those things are not there. It's just as close as what I could get to what I wanted. So, anyways. So, there it is. There's no gate. There's not even really much of a hedge. It just sort of comes up from the road.
What's the... Are there any guards?
You don't see
Sort
any.
of security measures other than that?
There's 2 people that are on the balcony above the door, but that's that's the second story.
Are they dressed in armor, weapons on them? Are they just the people that seem to live there?
They both have dark skin, very tan. They've got one of them has a tricorn hat on, the other one's just got a bandana. They don't look particularly well dressed, but they do look bulky. There's whatever they're wearing over top of they're wearing clothes and some cloaks, maybe a little capulet over it, so they look kind of bulky, but it's hard to tell how much
Could they
of
be
that
wearing
is.
underneath?
They could be wearing armor underneath. They could be their natural. Well, could be some. It could be a little bit of personal bulk. It could be armor. It's hard to tell.
Badass bitches.
Is that what you're saying out loud?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Seriously?
You'll love to see
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Hey, we're trying to be the pirate here. We're the
Now you're trying to be. Okay. All right. So, Hrothgar says "fat ass bitches" while walking up to the house, I presume. They
yeah.
smart. They side eye you, and one of them casually lays a crossbow on the balcony, but they don't say anything. They continue talking to themselves.
Hrothgar would just smile as he lays the crossbow out.
Okay.
Just gonna whip it around.
Shoot him right in the noggin.
Well, you gotta get him to turn around and take 3 steps first, right?
No, he'll just do like a front flip off the balcony, and while he's landing, shoot me in the back of the head, and then walk away like nothing happened.
Very One Piece of you.
I was thinking like Assassin's Creed. Run up to this wall and press X.
No, wrong wall. God damn it.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
light
yeah.
a cigarette. Somebody just light a lighter.
Jump.
I don't think so.
Because I heard like a lighter.
Oh yeah, I flick my lighter when I'm anxious.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I was like, what the fuck was that? Like, I'm starting a fire in here.
No, you would make a very good smoker, James.
A what?
You'd make a very good addicted to nicotine smoker.
See, and that's why I'm just addicted to THC instead.
Oh.
Long game. Long game.
He's in it for the long haul.
Yep. He's supporting local businesses.
Yeah, fuck the corporations. Them tobacco corporations can't
Yeah.
stand them.
Yeah.
Gotta support Pablo when those bitches down in Mexico give me my product. But I'm smoking 2 grams a day for 45 years.
Well, you look great. So, you walk up to the door. It's closed.
I guess we'll just knock.
Oh, you're not gonna just barrel kick it?
No, we gotta be somewhat polite.
Wouldn't that be your job
Oh,
anyways?
Besides calling them bitches, you know.
Yeah, basically. You gotta find like that happy medium of what you're gonna do. Breaking into someone's house? Nah. Calling someone their truth? Truth. I'll do that.
Okay.
Watch it.
You give a knock on the door. And there's a moment or two of waiting, and the door opens. A very humble, quiet a human answers it. He's older, but carries himself in a practiced way. Yes?
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Captain Hrothgar of the
It's
Black Rose
evening.
Clan. Or... Fuck off. Good evening, sir. My name is Hrothgar of the Black Rose Clan. I'm here to meet the owner of this establishment this afternoon. He should be expecting me.
Why is he expecting you?
I'm sure that if you just were to mention him that Hrothgar is here, that he will know exactly what I'm talking about.
And you're expecting to bring in both of these fellow sentients with you?
Hrothgar will just look at them, look at the 2 people that he's talking about, and then look back at him. Well, of course. Why wouldn't I? I couldn't just leave them out here in the cold. That was odd. Thank you for sharing.
Sorry. Yeah, KFC in it.
Classic chili.
Thank you for sharing. That makes it even better. I can imagine the aspects.
I am so lost right now.
Yeah.
I shall ask Master Sharkbite if he is expecting you. One moment. He closes the door.
As he closes the door, Hrothgar will just kind of say out loud, "Sure as hell hope he's expecting me."
You hear the trickling of water behind you.
I turn and look at it.
There's a stream of water coming off the balcony.
Is it actually water?
Do you want to taste it?
I know, but I might smell it.
Doesn't smell like water.
Is this an investigation? Like, can I just tell? Like, how about
It
color?
does not smell like water. It's evening. It's sunset. It's gonna be hard to see color.
Dark vision.
Dark vision does not help
I
with
have
color.
dark vision.
Dark vision does not help with color. Shades of
Is
gray.
it- I'm not gonna stand in it. I'm not standing in it, right?
No, of course you're not standing in it. No.
Taste it. Stick your hand out underneath it and taste it.
No, I'm not tasting it. I'm not that stupid.
What if it's booze? What if they're pouring out good booze?
Does
Through
it smell like
a
booze?
straw. It could smell like some kind of booze. Smell like bad booze, cheap booze, maybe.
Hey, cheap booze is still booze, okay?
Hurry up! It's wasted.
Is it pee?
Probably urine. Yeah, I don't want to
There you
stand
go.
in.
It might very well be urine. There are two people standing above you.
I ain't touching it.
Okay.
Rock, paper,
will
scissors,
go with
you-
this.
Rock, paper, scissors. You touch it.
No, you're the one that's seen it.
But you heard it. Nose goes.
Green. Hi, sucker.
What?
What? Y'all have some strange rules in Pirate Land. So, if nobody's gonna
I'm
do
the
anything with
captain, I
it,
always win.
yeah, I don't even know why you're
no.
negotiating with your crewmate. I really don't. I was wondering about that. I was like, why is he trying to just tell him to ignore it? Like, just be the captain. Yeah, just how hard is it? Anyways, so if nobody's gonna do anything with it, then the door
Arlo
will.
just ignore the men.
There you go.
Ignore the men peeing off the balcony. They're already fat bitches. Don't need to call them all this. This is too.
You say that, and you have this little afterthought where you're like, maybe it's because I called them fat bitches that they're doing that. But you brush it off
Yeah.
because that couldn't possibly be the reason.
Of course not.
No, never. So, after a time, the door will open, and the fellow is still there. Yes, Master Sharkbite is in fact expecting you. Please enter and head straight to the hallway. He steps to the side, opens the door as wide as it'll go.
Gar will hop in expectedly, kind of excitedly. Take a look around, and what does he see?
That's a good question. I have a picture. Just use your imagination to make them torches and braziers instead of lights.
So what you're saying is that they don't have electricity in that house.
Nothing escapes you, James.
Oh, we're actually developing electricity in Handstone soon.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very exciting, cutting-edge city.
Just to develop. Yeah, it's
Nobody-
like Atlantis all over again.
Yeah, except the rest of the world's
Yeah, we're
gonna be
just.
the one that sinks into the ocean this time.
All right.
Anyway,
Noted. Yes, so it is quite nice. There's quite a lot of knickknacks and things on display, some of which look valuable, some of which maybe are a bit more personal preference. But
kind
regardless,
of knickknacks are there?
there are
Like more of the ones that are personal.
personal ones. There are some smaller. There's a half-open fan. There's a few small chests, like jewelry box sized. There are. There's a small tattered, like half a mask that looks like it's been chopped and hacked and burned and cracked. That's on display, like on a shelf. That's like 2/3 of the way up the room.
Is it a
Up the
cursed
wall, I
mask?
should say. How would you know?
I don't know, because maybe it's like the cursed gold.
It could be cursed. Do you want to touch it and find out?
No.
Do you want to have somebody else in your party touch it and find out? I'm guessing that's a no. So,
No, I like my crew.
okay. There's a couple of posters of theater performances that happened in the Egypt area of North Africa, as well as one that appears to be in Gallic. And no, it's not Moulin Rouge. Get that out of your mind.
Aww.
But I'll bring that in one day. I promise. Whenever I feel like singing, I'll bring that in. So
Yeah,
those are the.
so failure, you'll have to come to every single session just in case Alex decides that he's gonna.
Yeah, just in case that's the one that he's gonna sing.
Yeah. So what happens if you don't ever come back again and the one that you meet?
Jeez. I'm just
This is
ignoring the
one that he
fact
doesn't.
that I do record these. Anyways, so those are the ones that look like.
That's not important. I'm trying to get him to come back, Alex. And you're just brushing it aside.
How long are you gonna taking out the trash?
I told you I want him to come back for the Sunday game more than the Monday game because because I can make this happen on Mondays. I can't make it happen on Sundays. So. Anyways, so that's what you see. That's more clearly personal, less valuable. There are a few broken weapons, but it's hard to know if those are exactly valuable or just purely personal. Because they could be magical. There's probably not a magical theater poster.
Captain.
This is,
I think the crew would very much appreciate these comfortable cushions for personal use on the ship. You know, long rides. It's not the easiest on us.
You know, I think you're right. Let us take a seat on them and see which ones we feel like we would like the most.
Yes, of course. We must figure out
Which
what's
ones would
best.
make them, yes. Especially pay attention to color and size to where they could fit on the bow of the ship easily.
The bow of the ship.
Yes.
I will trust you on this, Captain. And I'm going to go around and start sitting on cushions.
Gar will do this at kind of like different ones around the room.
Are they like staining them because of how dirty they are? Like, I'm just curious.
let's assume no.
That would have been funny just seeing their ass prints everywhere.
It kind of would.
Choose to defecate.
Choose to do.
I'm kidding.
I'ma shit my pants right here.
Jeez. All right, so you go around and start. The first two are really quite plush, but maybe a little bit too plush. Getting a little Goldilocks thing going here. There's a few that maybe are stuffed with beans or maybe some kind of shell. So it's hard to know, but they're definitely lumpier. But they conform more to your derrieres, which is nice.
What the fuck, Captain?
And
This one feels like it's been stuffed with soft bricks.
Hrothgar will kind of rush over and plomp down onto the couch as well, and abruptly jump back up. Ugh. You're right, Dutrook. This one will not work. Yeah, this one over here. This one was quite comfortable. Come check this one.
Oh, let's see how this. What was the words that the narrator said? The man with the voice in our head, conform to my derriere.
Yes, precisely. Exactly what I was thinking. We must. You must go consult the butler or whatever fancy man answered the door.
And I will very slowly, very gently, as if how to say. I don't know. I lost it. I had some joke about a virgin, but yeah, it's not there anymore. I will very slowly and very gently fucking place my ass cheeks upon this cushion.
It almost feels like it rises to meet you. It's sublime. It caresses you in a way that no other man ever has. And there's almost no friction at all. You just slide into it, and it buoys up to you.
Oh. And then in hushed tones, I will whisper, as if to the gods themselves, "My beloved, I must have you." And I will take a look around. Is there anyone watching us?
Not right now, no.
I will, as quickly as I can, stuff this cushion into my backpack.
Okay. So now there's there's a sofa with no cushion on it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. You stuff it into your pack. And just in time too. As you see let me actually. So you see a human male who looks a little bit, let's say, well, no, hold on. Looks a little bit middle-aged. I'm looking for the picture. But who carries himself like he's tired, old. It's curious. Maybe a little bit of both.
Broken down.
A little broken down. Maybe he's had a rough day. Maybe the hard life of whatever it is catching up with him. You know, who knows? But there you go. And but he's still got a little bit of swagger, a little bit of saunter. Excuse me. He comes in with a snifter in his hand. Ah, you finally come around. Wonderful. I am Captain Mayor Varanth Sharkbite. It's a pleasure to meet you, Hrothgar, and who are you?
This is my first mate, Dutrook. He's been with me for many, many years.
I knew this man since he was in diapers.
I feel like even before that.
Oh, so you're twins then? I know that the big grey one isn't your twin, so...
No.
Are you saying us dwarves all look the same?
No, I'm saying that if you knew each other before you were in diapers, that you probably knew each other in the womb.
Well, perhaps in dwarven culture, it is sensible to allow your children to run around naked for you.
That's
That
not
is,
a
in
bad
fact,
idea,
a common
actually.
thing.
It isn't. You know, the confinement of the mountains, it must be fought off in some way.
What's,
Yes, and it's
which kingdom is
experience-
this?
It gives you.
I only
Kingdom
know
of
how
Josh.
someone needs to step in here.
James?
We hail from the kingdom of Joshua.
And
It
where
is
is
a-
that in the world?
Mount.
No,
Get into it.
I'm asking you as the DM. Okay.
Oh, north of China, more in kind of. Are there like? I think it's somewhere cold.
Russia.
Yeah.
Dude, north of China and cold is just Russia.
See, and I don't know the geographic of Russia, so I didn't know if Russia had mountains. So I didn't know if I would have to go northeast versus north.
Sure, whatever. There can be a mountain range there. I don't care. Sure. Why not just be from the okay, whatever. Okay, sure. So, all right. Oh, that's not one I've ever heard of. Is it a large kingdom?
Extremely. But the thing about Australia is that in the end, we're better off knowing it.
And this not a dwarf. What is your presence here for?
Arlo, would you like to answer the man?
Hello?
Yes. As I look down, I am backup, but also mostly far away vision and ladder.
I beg your pardon. What?
I'm a height advantage.
All right, sure.
It's
yes.
because we are
Right.
dwarfs and not short.
But- right. So if I drop something on the floor, the dwarves are going to pick it up, and if I need a book from the third shelf, this tall person's going to pick it out?
Mhm.
Fascinating. So who goes for mid-level?
Whoever's best suited for it.
I suppose that would be you, Sharkbite, because you're the human.
I don't fetch things. I have people fetch them for me. Anywho, I believe you have a particular item that I purchased.
That is correct.
Yep.
Do you have somewhere a little bit more private that we could speak?
Not really. What, just the two of us?
Well, isn't this a more open area to speak in your house?
It's a more open area to speak, but there's no one else around.
You can never be too careful.
Oh, honestly, it'll be fine. Once it goes into my possession, you're not responsible for it anymore. So, just hand it over.
Can I insight check him? Be like, is there somebody like waiting
Sure.
behind the pillar, ready to like spike us down or something?
Sure.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
No, there's nobody around. Where would there be?
Yeah. Yeah.
That
In
was-
my head, I'm clapping slowly.
As you do. Yes. Do that.
I go like tinker things again. And like touch tapers, just I'm the touchy kind. Just tinkering.
With what? With what?
Things on like not in the cabinets, but like maybe on the table.
So not your property is what you're tinkering with.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I
I'm just
needed to
looking
know.
I'm just picking it up and like looking at it and just kind of touching things.
All right. He'll raise an eyebrow, but he'll let it go for the moment. So why exactly do you need two? This is us to be alone or whatever it is. What's wrong with the current situation? Do you not trust the two people that you're with?
course I trust my companions that I travel with all the time. It's just the one person that I've been meeting for this first time.
I don't really see the need to do this. You're just the middleman. You deliver things, so now deliver it.
Hrothgar will just smile. A more private room, please.
I'm a bit concerned as to why you can't hear. Is someone else in charge here, or is it him? Hello?
Aye, that would be our captain.
Hrothgar will just be waiting expectantly.
Fine. Oh, sweet. We'll go into my dungeon. How's that sound?
I was thinking a main office or a door with a closed door.
Oh,
Or a
honestly.
room with a
The
closed
dungeon has
door,
a closed
son.
door, yeah. The dungeon absolutely has a closed door.
Never quite fancied the dungeons.
Show me the head.
Hrothgar will pull out the head.
There you go. Good job, Jimothy.
Thank you.
Why can I not crop this? I'm about to lose my frickin' mind. Alright. He, looks at it for a second. Alright, so at least you have it. Looks right. More or less. Right, so. We'll go to my room then. My office then, I suppose. Because you're being massively fussy about this.
Don't you fucking dare stay off my desk.
Whoa.
Little shitball, I didn't clean it off for you. Stay off my desk.
Easy there, Chills.
Don't talk to your cat like that.
He's a dick and he knows it. He brings
He's
me
a
my
cat.
my own hair ties.
Aww.
And?
That's your best buddy.
He'll eat them in half. So they're not
Oh.
hair ties anymore.
Well, that's different. Right.
Yeah,
So,
cute.
he will take you to a large room with curtains over the windows and a wide, heavy desk in it. There's a crystal ball, an astrolabe, armillary, along with some sheafs of paper, and quill, of course. Is this better, more acceptable? Your impossible to understand tastes?
Is there another chair other than the one behind the desk?
Yes, there is.
Hrothgar will sit down in one of them and place the container on the floor and that held the head in it, and kind of place the head on the desk and kind of sit back and relax. Oh yes, much better. Thank you. I really appreciate it. You're too kind to answer a man's request.
I really am, aren't I? So, you been told anything about this item?
No, as you said, I'm the delivery boy.
Perfect. So, I'll just take that off your hands for you. And here you are in return. He will hand you this as soon as it loads.
What that?
That, Master Hrothgar, is a seal. You'll take it with you to go and get your payment. And I imagine once you're done with it, you won't need it anymore.
Where do I take this seal to get my payment?
Oh, just to the basement. Your payment is down there. You'll talk with Cathilda.
Absolutely. I can't wait to meet her.
Oh, me
And,
either. It's been a while.
Can I insight check that to see what he's really thinking? Because I don't trust him.
Okay, sure.
All right, better than Chili's. Nope, not really.
Double what Chili got. It's double.
It's still less than 10.
It's definitely less than
Yes.
10. He's acting like he's done this many a day.
All right, and Hrothgar will stand up and grab his container, extend his hand to shake his, Mr. Sharkbite.
Yes.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Yep. Fantastic. Stay doing business with you as well.
I look forward to never seeing you again, and he will walk out.
Man, Jimothy, your character's all over the place. Whew. Alright, I'm here for it, though. Okay. So, Hrothgar walks back out with the seal to, presumably back to his waiting crew.
Don't we have to go downstairs to get payment first?
Well, you're not going to go downstairs by yourself, are you?
Of course not.
Okay. So you walk back to your crew.
Well, so, like downstairs of the house?
No, not down. Whatever. Across the floor to where they are. No, you didn't go downstairs or anything. No.
Okay. But wasn't... Okay. Never understand.
You walked from his office back to where your crew members are.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Got it. Or Arlo and Mr. Gutruk.
James.
And he will get them and find a way downstairs.
Just like that, huh? Okay.
Once like we find the stairs or whatever it's going to be, he's going to lean to Dutruk. Stay at the top of the stairs. I don't trust this man if we're not up. And give it a second. But if we're not back up in just in a minute, go get the rest of the crew. Bring them here.
Alright, so is he standing at the top of the stairs or on the stairs or what?
So right before he walks downstairs, he's going to say that to Dutruk quietly so that only Dutruk hears him.
Okay.
Which one is Dutrick?
You.
I see. What are you telling me?
I want you to stay at the top of the stairs because I don't trust him. And that if we're not back up in a little bit, then go get the rest of the crew and come and get us.
Aye, Captain. But, and I'm not questioning your thinking here, but, if y'all are heading to the bottom of the stairs and I'm heading up here, I'm staying up here. And the only way out is here. And you don't come back out. And they do? What do you expect me to do? Would it not be more wise for me to just go and get the crew?
Well, what if we don't need the crew?
Alright. I'll trust you on this one then. And Dutrick will wait.
impressive.
Is my thinking not smart? Am I thinking stupid?
You clearly believe in what you're saying, so I'll listen. You're the captain.
That is not an answer.
I think he needs a visual diagram.
A visual diagram of what James is thinking. But what if
I
we
need a
don't?
visual diagram of what I'm
I mean,
thinking.
I got failures logic, but I think James needs
Oh.
help.
James does need help. Yeah. I'll give you that one.
All the time.
Like, can I have the draw function on the map here?
Do you not have it?
I thought.
Oh,
maybe
you
I
do.
do.
Oh, do you just have the length finder? The ruler thing, whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't think I got shape. I might have freehand.
Yeah,
There
draw
we go.
shape.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Oh,
So.
that's much better, Chili. Thanks for that.
Okay, so failure's not in here. Okay, so
Why not though?
well, not in this. Oh, you're hidden behind James on my screen.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who do you think wrote the word cock? That was me.
I thought that was Chili.
Theo. So we're going down the stairs, right?
Wow.
You know, hey,
Like you do.
Oh,
you
I was
do.
using that as a visual.
Alright, so we're heading down. That's white. That doesn't show.
Okay,
Where's my purple at?
Okay, so we're going down.
and you want failure up here,
Uh,
and there's
I- I understand my idea of the plan.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So we're going down the stairs.
and we got failure.
And he's sitting upstairs with his little arms and a smiley face.
Right. And so, so if we go down here through this sketchy place over here, and they come back, and we don't. What do you want him to do? Like you're
I think we just let this play out.
Okay.
And then let the captain figure it out, you know?
Alright.
We're not paid enough for this shit. I don't even know if we're paid at all.
Yeah, you guys are paid. You guys are paid well. Keep crew happy. Business is happy.
No, that has not been established. We have not decided if you're operating this on credit or on payment. I don't want to hear it.
What do you mean?
I told you about this. Having 31 soldier sailors on your ship is expensive. So you're either having backing from your clan, or you're making them promises about whatever they want.
Yes.
So,
Sounds like
we have not established that you're paying these people. You could have just promised them things that they want. One day. So anyways. Okay, fine. So, what's his face? The first mate stays there, and Hrothgar and Arlo proceed down the stairs. That's what we're doing.
Yes.
Okay. So, failure.
Oh.
How long are you gonna stand there at the top of the stairs?
Okay.
We're good. Let's say 15 minutes.
I can see.
Do I have any combat capability?
Right there. Sure. I don't even know what I'm gonna do about that, because I had a small confrontation plan, but I have no idea what to give you.
OP. OP.
Of course, if you're
That's
just
what I
gonna
want.
stand up there, you know, it'd be nothing.
Yeah, I guess I'm standing there for a good 2 hours.
all right. That's it for your character. Then you can go.
Okay, bye.
Alright. but if you hear combat noises, just stay up.
Yeah, come back. If you hear combat noises, come back.
Why can't I move James away from failure on my screen? I don't understand that.
You have to click on the bottom left where the little arrows are. Click and drag.
Oh.
My God.
Alright, I'm gonna give you Thurgood Marshall, because why not?
Hey.
Mercy.
And then I'll just
Oh God, what is this?
he's just a basic fighter, or whatever it is. I don't know. I don't
Basic
care.
fighter, motherfucker. I have 7 HP. I have 11 HP. Never mind.
Well, because he was level. I don't know what's up with that. That's
Okay.
just current. That's not maximum. It's just current. You can have whatever it is. It's 1d10 per level. We'll just take half. It'll be 45. There you go.
Okay, that I can work
That's
with.
not a 45. There we go. I just let you play UD. It'll be so much easier.
Honestly, yeah, just like
Fine, you can do UD. I don't care at this point.
sexy.
Right.
I've been wanting to check out this combat mechanic.
This wasn't planning on being difficult, but you know, you're just gonna roll them, and we all know it.
I'm
Here,
gonna cast one spell.
Yeah, the spell. All right. So you two go down, and that's what you see. A few seconds later.
Is it fog aboard? Oh no, it's not. It's down here.
Not all of it. Yeah, you got a little bit. You're about to go for like a pace or a walk or something. Just as they go down, and the stairs flatten into a ramp, and you go sliding down, and you're in the room with them now. So I guess you're going with them.
Hello.
There we go.
Fancy meeting you two here again. Where am I?
I would assume the dungeon.
Ah, yes, the dungeon. Which dungeon? What? I was in Hearthstone when I fell asleep.
No, you're still
Oh.
you're still the first mate. You can just play UD's crap
Oh, okay.
because I don't feel like working that out because I didn't.
Do I have my items on me?
Sure, you can have whatever. I don't care. It's a one shot.
Nice. Hops on the carpet.
Yeah, hops on the carpet. First thing I do, hop on the carpet. My feet are not
you
touching
assume
the
I ever
ground.
got off of it.
If I've had it this entire time, then you know I've been on.
Right. So that's what you see.
Black.
Bottom center of the picture, Jimothy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
And
gosh.
actually, well, no, UD does not have dark vision, but the other two of you do. So
I don't think
I'm
I
a
do.
dwarf right now, right?
that's right. Yeah, that's right. Damn it. Yes, you all have dark vision. I think Goliaths get dark vision.
They do not.
Okay.
I get danger sense.
Okay. Sure. That's from,
Danger,
that's from your
danger.
class, not from your race, but sure, whatever.
Eh. No, I
Okay.
get powerful build. and
Okay,
not
so the
dwarf.
dwarves can see a
Yeah.
little bit better than the Goliath.
I can see till here. Yeah. So I will walk forward, I guess. I can't click my character. What the fuck is this shit? Oh, there we go.
Hrothgar will.
That was easy.
Hmm.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers.
Come on.
It was down your spine.
Let's go. Let go.
And Hrothgar light a torch.
Sure, Hrothgar can do whatever
The
he
torch.
wants.
Okay, lighting torch. ready? Here's the lighter. Ready? Wow.
I didn't hear it. Do it again.
Hear that time?
No.
Oh, well, I'm lighting my lighter every single time. So just like imagine it.
Use your imagination.
Imagination.
Okay, so Arlo proceeds forward.
Yeah.
Hrothgar will follow behind him a pace or so.
All right, Arlo, where are you going?
There you go. Shoot you, motherfuckers. Okay, scroll.
I want you to appreciate how hard it was for me to find a picture of a dwarven pirate, James. By the way, you bitch.
Yeah.
You haven't even named your ship yet.
True. Can't think of a good one, okay?
Yeah, it's because you're
gotta
not
be something
thinking.
Special. True.
Oh, we're at a pass. Oh. Where we
Wait,
going, Captain?
What was the lady that was supposed to pay us?
Cathilda.
Casilda. Hrothgar would just yell out, Casilda! I'm here for my payment, please.
In a very
latte.
in a very James Oliver like way. All right, let me make a roll here. Shit. Okay, you don't hear anything.
Fortunate.
You don't hear any response, rather.
What about like a whisper?
What about a whisper,
Um,
James? You want a whisper?
Well, it started with a whisper. That was my sister.
You know, because we were talking about going to the port, we're gonna go left first.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Oh, shit. Is that not reveal? Did I set it? Not set it. I did set it to reveal. Okay. There we go.
What happened there?
I don't know. Stuff and things.
There's stairs.
There is. They go down, and there's a entrance of some kind.
Yes.
Is there
Come
a
on, guys.
door?
Even we're
Is
not
it a-
dumb enough to fall for this.
Let's say, is it like a door entrance or just like a
It's like a door entrance
arch?
into a room. Looks like living quarters.
Oh, Hrothgar's going to summon his bonded weapon, by the way,
Okay.
if he can.
It is summoned. Yes. Yes, you can. Nothing stops you.
Not Yudi is gonna uncork his dwarven dirks.
Am I looking at a wall or just like an revealed area?
Yeah, it's technically steps, but it's not in my version, I should say. So, there are what looks like very long black gowns with white frills and padding on them. Looks very much like a modest maid's outfit.
Doesn't look like anyone's been in the room recently.
It looks lived in, yeah. There's just no one there right now.
This
There's-
doesn't look like an important person's room.
Definitely not an important person's room. It does
Pray
look-
tell, young man, how would you tell an important person's room?
They look like servant clothes. Certain generals I used to be around had similar fashions. Plus, they're all the same colors.
Ah, yes, color is in fact the greatest decider of wealth, is it not?
Mhm.
Yes. Some are white and yellow, some are not. Real life racism trickling in, my bad.
Well, since this bitch Cathilda isn't in this room, moving.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Okay.
Well,
James, not cool,
go the
man.
other way, I guess.
Captain, I can't get behind that.
I can't.
Go
I'm
the other
right.
way.
Everyone.
You're making some enemies, man.
Going the other way. Making my
He
way
was
down.
he was the one that
walking
trapped me in
fast.
his dungeon. I was the one that was dumb enough to not put up a fight.
Alright, so what goeseth this away? Me and my long legs. Eee. Is there another door?
No, this is it.
Ah!
This is it.
This is the start of something new. Feels so right to be here with you.
Right, so this goes down into some steps into what looks like murky brown water.
Ew.
Looks almost like standing water, but it doesn't smell fetid or anything.
I can't swim.
I think it's probably not very deep then, eh?
That tracks.
Wow. How, if I stand in it, like, off the step, how deep does it go?
It's like barely up to your waist. Probably a little bit lower. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit lower. The dwarves, maybe like chest,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. Do you want to keep going in this one?
I will hover above the waters.
Mm.
Hey, if you're gonna give me my items, man, I'm gonna go all the way with them.
Yeah.
Rock, right?
Things have, changed.
Utrag, would you be a sweetheart and go ahead around the corner with your fancy carpet and see if there's anything worth investigating?
That feels like a bit of a cop-out. I'm just using this for flavor.
Nice.
It's moving.
Okay, sir. And I will go.
Nice. Right, so, reveal. That is not reveal. Once again, thank you.
Afraid by the very roll 20 we swore to protect.
They give me a couple months.
Supposed to destroy the reveal, not join them.
How
Man,
far does
I botched that. Jesus.
Yeah, well, it's like you've never seen Star Wars before.
Yeah, jeez.
It's like it's been long. It's like it's been too long.
Alright, you go down. It looks like it's kind of a lazy, winding river. Or still river. Right. Oh my. Okay.
Babe.
Yeah, my Discord restarted for no reason. Anyways, so you go down. It looks just like a long, still pond. It would be a river, maybe, if it was moving, but it's not.
I will take a quick look around before returning and reporting my findings.
Fantastic. Hopefully the main channel has something better for us to follow. Does it seem as though anything leads down that way, Mr. DM?
Which, hold on, let me zoom out. Which way? Which way is it?
Down down the way that Dutrik just went.
He didn't see much of anything. A few, like, cave insects, but that's about it.
It's quite a fascinating array of species.
Yes.
Yes, the
Any
fauna
any,
is quite
any
evolved.
glowing ones?
There are a few bugs, but nothing for the meals. I know you're always thinking about the crew and how we're going to eat. Considering you don't pay us, but
Hey, that is yet to be established, all right? I have
well,
talked to
if
the
you
DM
get
about it.
established, that means you haven't paid us, sir.
Well, I would have hoped that I would have paid you, but I've been really busy with my own work in the real world.
I would have also hoped you would have paid us, sir, but we understand.
Times are rough and carpets are hard to come by, and all the necessities, and we'll be walking as we talk, though, so we'll be like right here with that conversation.
We've left Chili behind.
Bye, Chili.
It's fine. She knows what she knows where she is.
I have long legs. It doesn't take me long to catch up.
Arlo, hurry up. You are the meat. You are the blocker. Continue, please.
Now,
Appreciate it.
Alright, let's see if I can reveal the area this time. Oh, it works.
And 3, 2.
You lit a torch, right?
Yes.
So the methane gas catches, and we're all gone.
Yeah, and that's the end of the session. Alright, good night, guys. Click. Alright, you come into this room, you see a bunch of standing skeletons that aren't moving.
so you want to cast Fireball now?
Oh, not yet.
As we step into the room
Mm-hmm.
and see the skeletons,
Mm-hmm.
Hrothgar will just kind of shake his head, and limber up a little bit, do a little couple toe touches, roll his axe across his back intimidatingly towards these skeletons to show how fucking muscular he is.
Okay.
Quite impressive, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. I've been lifting weights while you guys have been hard at work.
Who needs weights when we have the actual fucking merchandise that's so goddamn heavy, sir?
That is right. That is why I let you take care of it, Dutrik. I know that you are quite strong and well-rounded for these types of things.
Yes, it's okay, sir. You can say I need the exercise.
Yes, you have been getting quite fat. I have noticed that. Just haven't. ever wanted
Dietrich will kind of shy away from the conversation, hide his face, and cry a little bit. As the single tear comes out of his left eye, he will use as much as this newfound magic in him and suck it back in.
Jeez.
And with his pain and suffering, annihilate these skeletons.
Yeah, he actually turns around and casts Fireball on Hrothgar. I mean,
Hrothgar? Oh, okay. Alright. That
All
tracks.
for a mutiny. I hate this man.
That's your dad's bag. You're an ass. That's your dad's gym bag.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Alright, as you are having this conversation, one of the skeletons crack turns its head and looks at you. Yeah,
Does
almost
it
in
say-
a, almost in a robotic way. Ah,
Does it say anything?
no, it does not say anything.
Probably talks like the skeletons from Warcraft 3. Just
Oh,
yeah.
well. I was gonna pick up a rock and kind of throw it near him, but, like... Don't eat that, you little shit.
You're gonna throw up a rock, pick up a rock and throw it?
Yeah.
Alright,
Don't eat the cord.
which one?
The closest one, so that'd be... Devin.
Okay. Make a ranged attack. See what happens.
Of a rock. what is? I don't even know what that is. Where's my thing? Where's my person? There it is. I do have a ranged attack. I just want to do a rock instead of a javelin. So, what is it? 1d6 plus
For a
0?
rock,
Yeah.
it'd be like maybe 1d4 at the most. But that's damage you need to roll to hit. It's a 1d20 plus your dex.
-2.
Nice.
No. Slash or 1d20 plus 1. Okay.
Alright.
So then 1d4, yeah.
Yeah, that'll hit.
1d4. Oh, okay.
2. Alright, so you watch as
Let's throw.
Arlo...
Quite superb. And Hrothgar would just like clap with like his giant great axe being held by his arms, clapping.
So you watch as Arlo takes a few steps forward, chucks a rock at the skeleton, and smacks it. Doesn't seem like it does a whole lot of damage. But...
Okay, you can just say ass.
Ass.
That's how you get demonetized. I'm not saying that, you dumbass. Whoops.
What's your fucking language, man?
Hey,
Fuck you. Fuck
fuck
you.
you, man.
You can do it.
Fucking talk to me like that.
You watch as the skeleton collapses into a pile of bones. And then you watch as those bones reform right in front of Arlo.
Oh. Sweet.
Well,
Alright.
Why does
For
it do
a
that?
dirty 20. Okay, so then we'll just roll damage on that.
Yeah, that'll.
7 points of slashing damage.
Actually, it's reduced in half.
You're not raging yet.
Oh.
You never said that.
I thought I had. Hang on. Let me check.
Mhm.
I thought it was only. Proficiencies in that. I thought I had like half on like everything. Maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Maybe?
I might be thinking of something else.
Maybe. You might be thinking of rage. Anyways, it reforms in front of Arlo, swings down with a bone-colored sword that looks like just an extension of its arm, and smacks him. So now we're gonna roll initiative. Since we just decided to start this fight.
I'm gonna take back my spell slots because I didn't refresh them.
Right. That's fine. Okay.
Is this can you like whisper to me if this is the combat that I go all out on, or if we've got more after this? Because I wanna save the big one. I don't wanna waste it, you know?
Yeah, you know, since you asked me in public, I'll just respond in public. This is the only fight I had planned.
Okay, so I have plans. I got broads and a lass.
Do it, do it, do it.
I mean, it's not my turn yet, but I will.
Well, that's right, we're waiting for Arlo. Arlo!
My person.
Roll
Select.
your initiative. Okay, there we go. Alright, so,
Yeah, goes before me.
yes. Arlo is very perturbed at what just happened and is ready to start doing something. So, what do you want to do? You're first.
I would like to rage.
Yes, sirree. We would like to rage indeed.
Rage.
Alright. Rather than succumbing to fear, Arlo decides to get angry instead.
Yeah. I would like to use this bad boy in a reckless attack. See, so I get advantage here. Let me click on the advantage button. Whapa! Oh dear.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna be a miss. Actually, it's even
shit.
gonna be lower because these things are definitely under CR2.
What's CR2?
Challenge rating.
What does that mean?
Basically, he threw basically weak as hell goblins at you. Because he knows that you as level 9s cannot handle weak as hell goblins.
Specifically, I gave her a sword that levels up depending on what Arlo is fighting. So right now, the sword looks like a rusty, dull, pockmarked
Piece of shit.
piece of shit. If you were with him for the dragon fight, it would look glorious. But you're not. So,
Cool.
Arlo takes out this rusty, pitted, pockmarked, shitty-looking sword, swings and a miss.
Shot him and I missed. I shot again and I missed.
Shot one more time. Alright, you still have movement if you'd like to do anything.
Oh
I know, babe.
no.
But I didn't. Okay.
Wait, aren't skeletons immune to poison?
Yes.
Fuck.
Okay.
He's like, well,
Hrothgar.
GG.
It's alright, it's alright. We're just making sure we're gonna get the fine stuff now, you know? We're not... Hrothgar.
My turn. Alright. Gonna move next to this sexy man. Hit him with a good old 1 and 2.
The old 1-2 punch.
1, 2.
Didn't I get 2 attacks, don't I? Oh well.
Oh, yeah, you can take your 2 attacks. It's fine. Oh, I got... well, I had 3 fighters here until I let Failure play Yudi.
Well, I think I think that'll hit.
Yeah, that'll hit. I gotta fix that at some point. Oh well. Okay. 13 points of slashing damage.
Oh, 16 is max damage. Hell yeah.
Alright, and then Hrothgar's doing this...
Is that with the +2
What +2? Where?
from rage?
Oh, with the damage? I
Yes.
don't think so. I think it just... That's... yeah, okay. Well, what's the plus... Is the +3 from the sword, or is the +3 from... Well, no, it doesn't know that you're raging, so... Alright, so it'll be 15. Okay. And then James
That one
did...
that one does it, but the great axe does. I don't know why, but it does. I don't know why. I don't know what I did, but I did.
Me neither. Alright, so that's now 15 plus 28 points of damage? Jeez. Okay, cool. So that one's done. Shit!
What it gets for stepping up like that.
Yeah, that was a lot. Okay. You watch as it crumbles into a pile of bones, but the bones do not sink into the floor and they do not reappear anywhere else. They're just a pile of bones.
Hrothgar will spit on them and
Yeah.
turn towards the other ones and just yell at them in a fighter's rage
Okay.
of excitement and adrenaline.
UD.
Hey.
I mean, not UD, rather. Durlick or Drummond or whatever the hell his name is.
UD, but not.
Yeah, whatever. Dirk.
Having already uncorked my Dwarven Dirks, not UD will surprisingly don a shit-eating grin when you have never seen upon this generally serious, yet somehow facetiously sarcastic second mate, almost as if he is possessed by some motherfucker, and he will cast.
He doth
Bonk.
cast.
Oh,
Wow.
what the fuck?
Wow.
It's called animate objects.
Okay.
And basically, all of the small flying knives become fuck yous. And
Shit,
he
that's a
will
lot of text.
send the flying knives at them, which
That's
will be
sexy.
1d20 plus 6 to hit per knife. They're also coated in a poison, which doesn't do anything.
That's sexy.
Thank you.
That's a lot of attacks. You better start rolling.
Yeah. So /R 10d20 plus
Yep. Might as well.
20. And then
Sophie's
each of
like,
them
this
plus
is not
plus
fun
also-
anymore.
It's fun for him. It's not really going to be fun for me, but...
So all of those are plus 6 and one of them crits.
Alright, not the 10. Not the 11. Everything else, yeah.
Odd. So 8 of my knives hit.
Yes.
What's knife damage?
There's... They're just like... They're basically daggers. I'm pretty sure that's 1d4.
Okay. I get nothing from the poison, Mr. Sir.
No,
Prize inside.
you do not get anything from the poison
Damage.
on these specific targets.
Mm.
One day in the future, that'll be different.
Oh.
I deal 17 damage.
Total? Oh my. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's really the poison's the part that brings it all together. This is not as awesome as I thought it would be.
You got 2 natty ones.
Yeah, I mean that's
yeah,
fine.
I think he knows. All right. So, who are you targeting with these? Which one are you doing? All one or what?
I'm splitting them, which
Okay.
looking at the damage does not seem like a good idea, but I'm fucking up this one and this one.
Okay.
Well, fucking up might be an over exaggeration.
All right. So we'll
I'm
just.
love tapping them.
With some knives.
Yeah.
drenched in
Right.
poison.
So we'll just split it in half for the sake of simplicity, then,
Yes,
rather
please.
than trying to figure out what the shit that would equal out to with all those numbers. Okay. So that's 8 and 8. Great. Anything else?
Nope, that's everything.
This is not the happiest I've ever heard him, but whatever. We'll take it.
Hey, it just happened to be. I joined the one shot where you're facing people that are immune to poisons, which is, the keystone of that ability. But
Yeah. At least it didn't cost you any of your poison charges, because this is a totally different one shot that's happened 2 years ago in game.
Nice.
So, right. So, these 3 go first. Alright. So you watch as this fellow dissolves into the floor, reappears next, and takes a swang.
Big swang. Big bang.
At whom?
I will figure that out after I roll to see if it even matters. It does not matter. This one will do the same thing. And it better matter, because I'm not going to stand for it a second time. 15, that's not going to hit either of you, is it?
It hits me.
It's you. Alright. Alright.
I think 15 does hit me too.
Alright,
Yeah.
I will roll a 1d2. Okay, I will roll a 1d2. If it's 1, it's James. 2, it's Arlo. Okay, Arlo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you never kept the captain first, you bitch.
Alright, so now you're rolling damage. Oh,
Wow. 3
So that's-
points. That's halved to 1. Okay. So it takes the bone-like sword that is jagged and has some gunk and mud and guck on it, and it just sort of rubs it against your armor, and it finds a little crack, and it gives you a little cut, but that's it.
Man, you sound more disappointed than I did.
As he
Yeah,
says
whatever,
that,
I don't care.
Hrothgar will just kind of like freak out. Arlo, are you okay? Are you fine?
Aw.
Don't worry. On my next turn, I'll annihilate this goblin for us.
There
This
you go.
skeleton.
It's a skeleton. 13. Does that hit Yudi?
13, I believe I will shield that. So
Okay.
no.
Alrighty. Swings, you watch as a shield apparates. Alright. This one now is going to...
Cry inside. Knowing the great pain
He's
you
going
do.
to do the same trick, but when he reappears, I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh, Jesus bless us. Oh yeah.
Alright, that's one success.
Double checking.
No, I don't like that roll. I'm going again.
Okay.
No, I don't like that roll. I'm going again.
Maybe
I'll
you'll
take
get a
that.
6. Okay, that's a fail.
Fuck me. What's my point like today?
I don't even remember, man. It can be whatever you want. It's
I rolled
whatever
20.
it was. It was yeah,
Whatever it was. What was it?
Whatever. I don't know. That's why we wrote it down, so we don't have to pay attention to that. Chili, roll
Can I
a
see
dex
it?
save.
Can I
It was
see
an
it?
8. That's even worse.
You can see it happen, yeah, but it's not.
Yeah.
Traps and spell.
I
It's
can
not
see.
an effect that it's an ability. Fine, fine, whatever. You can have advantage. I don't care.
Oh
Nice.
damn.
Nice. You take double damage. Alright, so it's 19. Halved to 9 for Hrothgar.
2, 3, 4,
So
5,
this
6, 7,
this
8,
last
9.
skeleton that has a helmet on and a shield turns into a pile of bones, melds into the floor, comes up right in between everyone, more or less, and then it just explodes in bone shards.
Does that hurt the other skeletons too?
No, oddly enough, it does not.
That's messed up, man.
How could you do this to us, Strippy?
Yeah. How dare I? I'm a real shitbox.
Yeah.
All right.
Shame
Ah,
on
yes,
yourself.
the old Nissan shitbox.
I'm not- Still better than a Geo Metro. So, Arlo, it's your turn.
Yeah.
I'm not driving a car that's made out of snake skin. I'll tell you that much right now. My knees are the crumple zone. I don't think so. Okay, Arlo. All right, you swing.
Okay,
Oh
so that's
my.
so that's the first one.
So much work. All right, so yeah, an 18 hit. Well, it'll be lower than an 18, but it's not gonna be low enough.
Okay. So yeah,
Probably.
the first one hits.
Right, the first one hits 15 slashing. That's not gonna hit.
10 does not.
Well, it's gonna be less than 10 because it's below CR2, so it's not gonna hit. Anyways, but so 15 points slash damage. To your one in front of you or to your right?
Directly in front of me.
Heard.
That's okay.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
In your hulked out state. Okay. Hrothgar.
I'm also just going to attack that same skeleton that Mr. Arlo was.
With the great axe. Alright. Alright, 13. Oh, that's so much better. Okay. So, this one collapses into a pile of unmoving, non-magical bones. And they just lay there in a pile. They do not sink into the ground and disappear or anything. Would you like to do anything else with your turn? James.
No, I don't.
Okay. Yudi. What are we doing?
Fucking. I'm gonna look at my knives and I'm gonna be like, fucking kill them! As a bonus action.
Oh my goodness. Well, they inform you that they've unionized and they do not tolerate being talked to like that. Okay.
Yeah, so 4 of them don't.
So 4 of them don't. So definitely not the 2, definitely not the 1. The 6 is plus 6 is 12. Chili already missed with that. So that's 4 that are out.
Oh, that hurts me. You wound me, good sir. 64 damage. This time they're going to target one person because they've learnt from their fucking mistakes.
That's right, they have.
And it's going to be this one.
Okay. You all watch as the daggers spin around and start slashing through this skeleton as chips of bones come out of its limbs and ribs and pelvis and everything. It's not looking particularly great. Seems to be having trouble standing on its own 2 feet, much less taking a swing. You doing anything else?
Yeah, as my main action, I'm going to cast Fireball.
Of course you are. Makes sense to me.
I know.
Alright, go ahead and
Now,
roll
I
for that
know
damage.
that skeletons are probably resistant to this.
Oh shit, you were serious. Okay.
Yeah, that was serious.
Alright, everybody give me a dex save then.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm not even aiming it like up here so that it only hits the 3 of us. I'm aiming it like right smack dab in the center.
He's being a goofball. Is what
Just
he's
so it
doing.
hits fucking everyone.
Oh, that's a crit.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay.
That's a fail. That's definitely a fail. That's definitely a fail. That's 22 points of fire damage. You failed your own
Did you-
save.
Having said that, I do take half damage anyways.
That's right, because you have your gem.
Yep.
Timothy,
James?
roll a dex save. Whether or not you burn to death or not.
By my hand.
Yes, by your ally. From your ally.
You bitch.
What do you mean? I'm just taking care of you, Captain.
Fat bitch is what we say.
Fast today.
Alright, that's a save. It's only
Got
11
nimble
points.
feet.
Congratulations.
Only 11?
Only 11.
Yeah.
Gosh golly gee willikers.
Yeah.
So that's 11 if we saved
Yes.
and halved again.
Why would it be
So-
halved again?
Because I have,
Magical damage.
yeah, I have resistance to that too.
You have resistance to magical damage?
Uh-huh. Let me
From,
find it.
from what?
Let me find it.
Yeah, you better. The shit
Sure,
gave
he's tired of your shit. He's calling you on it.
The shit gives you resistance to magical damage.
Bear. While raising you
Oh,
have
the
spell
bear.
damage extended.
The bear. That's so ridiculous, man. Alright, so mind flayers and intellect devourers is what I need to throw you up against. Psychic damage you into a fucking vegetable.
I mean, I've got a bit of psychic damage, I think.
That's fine. I'll build a monster just to kick his ass.
Just to fuck with chili.
Just to fuck with. Remember the Huiston MacMathan fight? I had people that you were all supposed to go against that I had tailored for you, and then nobody did that.
No?
And you pissed me off. Fuck off, failure. And then you people
remember this
pissed me off. I don't even. Whatever. I don't even care. I don't even care.
So 11 halved is
Y'all
what,
are-
5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes,
okay.
it's 5. Yeah, it's 5. This is not worth getting
This ain't
upset
it.
about. This ain't right.
I'm sorry, I pissed
This
him off.
ain't it, Chief.
Okay. You got the other guy. Whoops. The other skeleton. Gonna swing at UD for 14.
Oh no, shield.
All right. Again, goes for the swing, clangs off of this magical shield that just apparated.
Whatever will I do?
All right, and everybody, whoops. I shit you not. Everybody give me another dexterity saving throw as the skeleton explodes in a hail of bones shards.
Is this sexy
Again.
man gonna do free
Oh
for 3?
no! Oh no!
I rolled well once today.
Oh!
Yeah, baby!
You've been hitting with like half your daggers. I don't know. I can
Yeah, that's
only
what it's meant to happen, you know. Considering I have a plus fucking 6 to a
50%
bunch of
success rate.
10 d20s. That's not meant to happen. That's not math.
That's not math. That's not right. That's not natural. It's not the way of the world. Okay. So, not Arlo. Hrothgar takes 8. Everybody else takes 16 points of piercing damage as these little bone shards drive into you.
Okay.
Alright. Arlo.
Okay.
Kelly.
Do I need to rotate like this? Can I still hit him? Or do I have to actually move it to a square?
You can hit the exploding skeleton if you want. You don't have. You're just considered adjacent. You don't have to.
So this one exploded, not this one, right?
Right. The one closer to you explodes.
And this one's still in piece. Like, did it crumble, or is it just
no,
like...
he's standing there. He just occasionally like freaks out, like in a cartoon where they get all jagged fur.
Oh,
I mean, that's just
So
kind
the
of
one that looks different from everyone else does the thing that's different from everyone else.
okay. So
yeah, also that, yes.
So is it gonna be one of my actions to switch to my great axe? Then
It's if you drop your current weapon, that's a free action, and then it's a bonus to draw it.
or yeah, I'll do that.
I think that's
So-
right. I don't care. Okay.
So let's see if I can even hit this guy. Okay.
Yeah, that'll be a hit.
All right.
Okay, sure. That's all of 6 damage. Alright. You drop your main weapon and then grab the great axe and have absolutely no trouble laying into this thing. But you catch on the shield as you swing, and it takes a little bit of the power out of it. It's only 6 points. Would you like to do anything else?
I'm good.
Okay. Hrothgar. Really?
Hey.
Fucking James, are you muted again? I'm gonna beat
No,
your
I'm-
ass. Okay, good. Hi, James.
Careful, he might like it.
Miss you. He might.
I'm just listening to some music.
This is a life or death struggle. What do you mean you're listening to music?
All right, well,
Get a rubber band.
I'm about to chop this skeleton twice. About to step up, and as I'm stepping up, gonna swing my axe in a preparation.
Yep.
Swing once,
Do it.
slice across his
Shit.
face. As I slice across his face and pass over, I'm gonna go for another strike. And as one passes over in
Jeez.
almost perfect unison,
Holy shit.
shifts the weight back over his shoulder and chomps him right over the top and his shoulder blade.
27. Jeez. Oh, that's an 8. Okay. I thought you hadn't rolled under a 10 this whole time. Alright, that's... Was it 27? 27. Alright.
Dead.
I did not say that.
He lives? The
I
exploding
didn't
thing
say
lives?
that either.
He runs away. Damn it.
Yeah, he runs away, yeah. He'll be the final boss later on. Don't worry about it. He...
Damn it.
You'll have an intense and emotional breakdown between that period, and then in 2 years we'll meet him again.
You just killed his lover and his wife. So...
Whoa. And they didn't even know that...
You killed his
neither
husband
them
and his
two-
wife. He was in a polyamorous relationship. You know how hard it is to bone when you're just made out of bones? It's actually pretty
There's a
easy.
pun in here somewhere.
Alright, so that's it. It's it for you. Alright, Yudi, what are we doing?
Yudi will. Well, first let's roll the dagger things because I gave the command,
Right.
and that's just what they do now as animated objects.
Right.
10d20, good sir. Ah,
So do you
yes.
get to do that every turn for free?
Yeah. No, that's just constantly happening as long as I maintain concentration now.
That's sexy. So, and concentration only changes if you change to a different concentration spell, correct?
Yeah, or it can break, but I also have Warcaster, so it's like very hard to break for me.
I haven't even made him roll any of that.
Yep, I also completely forgot concentration was a thing. That's kind of on me too.
Yeah. It's just a one shot. It's fine. All right. So anything a 6 or under is not gonna hit.
Okay, so 7 hit.
So
Nope.
So we got
6 hit.
4.
1, 2,
4 and 4.
3, 4, 5, 6.
So sure, 64 because no poison damage. Gonna fuck up this
Ooh.
guy. I'm not clicking with the right item. Fuck up this guy.
The exploder.
Yes.
Okay.
And then as a, please tell me this is a bonus action, or tell me this is a main action, or a bonus action. Honestly, I could say yes, it's a bonus action. UD's gonna routed step, go whew over here,
Mhm.
and then leave you all in another fireball.
You bastard. You bitch.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Time for deck save from everybody. Again.
Alright. So I get quarter damage.
Right? Yes, you do. That's correct.
Oh shit, what is that? So half of that's 11. And then
So she told her boyfriend she was gay, and she ran away. Da da da. She ran away. Da da da. She ran away.
I get
Danger stared at her in the face, and she ran away.
So I got 11. So half of that's 11, and then half of that is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How about your skeletons here? Did they survive?
One day I'll have to remember about that.
One day. Today is not that day. So have you guys just been doing one-shots until Sinan comes back?
I wanted to make this whole thing into a 2-shot, but then James didn't show up last week, so it's now 1-shot.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Damn it,
Saddle James has had a family in town.
Saddle James.
Saddle Jimothy.
Right. Oh, holy shit. Okay,
Wow.
so it makes the deck save, but it only has 1 hit point left, and I'm not going to make you guys do that crap. So, this one is done. This one was done before you launched the fireball.
Yay.
But, you know, maybe you all didn't notice. Maybe it sort of stood there for a couple seconds and made you worry or something. I don't know. But it doesn't matter because you got hit with 2 fireballs. That's something to talk about. Okay. So, you are now surrounded with piles of presumably mundane bones. And floors black with soot. And
Those are bodies.
your bodies are black with soot, yeah.
Okay. So, now that the bodies are dead,
Uh-huh.
Hrothgar is going to continue to hold onto his axe, but walk up and punch Dutruk in the face.
Sweet.
I'm sorry, Captain. I don't know what came over me.
Oh,
It felt like I was possessed by some benevolent yet malign creature at the same time. This was a truly strange experience.
fantastic, but that gives you no right to throw fireballs at us. He was a beautiful creature, and we miss him dearly. But that's no right.
Pick up my other weapon I dropped.
Okay, you pick up your other weapon.
So I don't lose it.
You now have it.
Yay.
Yeet.
Okay, so what'd you do Monday night? I went back to a bunch of people I used to know, and then I attacked them with fire.
It's fuck you, that's why.
Was that wrong? Should I not have done that?
When I had
My
5
name
HP
is
left, I had to
Eric
do that.
Cartman, and I do not think so.
Okay.
In my eyes, going back
I
on
will-
Monday night and throwing some fireball at your friends is all that life's about, man.
All right. So
And
there you are.
also, fuck you, Kyle.
Ka.
Okay.
Fuck you, Kyle.
Okay, so let's move on along. Move it along. Unless we want to rest, but I'm assuming we're moving along.
I think you should move along.
Ah, yes. You see, we have the privilege of knowing that the DM said this was the only combat, so it's just really about how much you trust the DM.
That was true at the time. Now I feel like I just... I didn't lie. I just changed my mind. It's fine.
We changed. Take them
Shut
off.
up.
Hrothgar will also yell for Cathilda again.
Okay.
Cathilda! I want my money and I'm tired of these damn skeletons!
Okay.
Anything?
You don't hear anything.
Yeah.
You suspect that the noise from your fight might have done something there, but
Yeah, you tell him.
Lying to me like that. Sending me down his dungeon. When I didn't even put up a fight, when his didn't even really even pay me, just sent me on my way.
Are you okay? Is that COVID or
Doing a line.
doing
doing a line? Why the fuck is she coughing while doing a line?
Because she
Could be
didn't
like
do it
her
right.
first time. She could be new to it.
She could.
Okay.
Went down the wrong nostril.
Ah, yes.
Down?
How many nostrils do I have?
All 2 of them.
Okay. No. And no. I was drinking water.
That doesn't sound
Oh, even
right.
more pathetic. You weren't even doing cocaine.
I was trying to hydrate because I went to the gym.
James can appreciate that.
Yeah, I always got my water.
He's a hydrating machine. All
I
right,
get
so
great
you'll
erections.
proceed forward then? Great. All right, so you proceed forward. As soon as I manage to grab all you bitches. There we go. You come to a... Hold on, let me get the thing, because this really matters.
What is that?
It's a drop off. There's a huge space in between where you are and this little rock island, which has 3 figures standing on it.
Not enough. Not for an annual. I'm sorry. I look away.
Timekeepers! It's the timekeepers!
That's what they look like. Who is the one that bears the seal?
Hrothgar will step forward and show the seal.
Be gone!
You give up your life for the one who gave this to you?
I do not. This was given to me as a gift.
And a gift it was. Whoever holds the seal, their life goes towards that of Sharkbite.
What?
This guy's soul roofied you.
That bitch. No, I quite like my living life, and I was expecting money for the head that I delivered, not death.
Then give the seal to another. It does not matter who, but the price must be paid if his contract with us is to remain.
What contract? Surely, if I will be giving my life away, I should know exactly what it is for, correct?
He asked the Shadow Council to live forever. We granted his request for a small price. The life of one to extend his own.
What happens if I don't deliver this seal in some life?
You have the seal. You are here.
Aye, but I can always just walk away.
All right, you. They point behind you, and there is absolutely nothing but utter black void. Where will you go?
I guess nowhere.
I guess I'll go fuck myself.
I guess I'll just go fuck. I should make it clear they're not saying to take all of your life, but just like 60 some years or 70, maybe 80. You're going to age significantly, and then all those years will go to extending Sharkbite's life.
That's gross. I don't want to give any of my life to him.
Okay, they said that then give the seal to somebody else.
Can I give it to one of you to deliver the seal?
There it is.
It would be my honor, Captain.
Or no, I meant one of the three people. Can I give it to one of them, and then they give it to the main person?
What?
What?
Yes. Yes.
Can he do that?
You want to give the Shadow Council the seal, and then they give it to Sharkbite?
No. So, oh, well. I give it to one of the three members, and then one of the three members hands it to the main member, and then they're extending from their life. Big break.
Oh, you want to take some of our life for yours?
No. No.
You want to hand it to the Shadow Council, and then they give their life for him, for Sharkbite.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
They're the ones that created this seal. They're not going to do that. They're not taking it, and you could try and throw it over, I guess. But who knows what'll happen with that.
So with this aging, does it age like a normal style of age where like your body decrepits or
Yep.
your body is older? Or does it just take numbers away?
It doesn't shorten your lifespan, it ages you.
So imagine, like, you go to sleep one night and then you wake up and 70 years have passed.
As opposed to you dying at 40 instead of 100.
Yes. Which was made pretty clear to us by what the DM had said, but maybe that's just me.
James is trying to finesse this, but he's not good at finessing things because he's from the Midwest. So
Yep.
he's like, can I just not do that? It's not an insult. There's nothing wrong with being a straight shooter, except for like right now. So
In this exact situation.
except this exact situation that you'll probably never encounter in your real life, but maybe some sort of spin-off or something vaguely adjacent to it. So, from the void that is behind you, you hear, "Hello? Someone there?"
Oh no, it's Cathilda.
Ah,
It's-
yes, our victim for the day.
It's Cathilda. I heard some fighting and scuffling and a lot of bones over here. Hello? Is anyone still
Hello,
around?
dear.
Yes? Who's speaking?
It is Hrothgar. I met with Captain Sharkbite today.
Oh, he was looking forward to seeing you. You're a bit early. That must have pleased him.
Yes, he did seem quite pleased to see me. And he sent me all the way down here to deliver this token for him.
All right. Are you supposed to? Is it a what token? I don't. He didn't tell me anything about the token, sir.
He asked me to bring it down to you. Did he not tell you?
No, I'm here to provide your payment wherever you are, but I was not told to expect something in return. I thought he would give you the item.
The item.
The magical item that he purchased. Yes.
He did not give any sort of magical item. He sent me on my way down here.
He didn't give you the magical cock ring of stamina?
I know, man.
Gives you lets you take 10 on all stamina checks in the bedroom.
Ooh.
I get one.
While
Can I
equipped.
get while equipped? Yeah, while equipped. Yes, Chili, you can get one. Maybe a dental dam or something. Anyways, so
Yeah.
no, no. You gave him the magic item that he ordered, and then you would come down here for your payment.
And what payment am I supposed to receive? He has not explained anything to me yet. He told me to come down here and wait for you.
I have the 25 platinum here. I was not expecting you this early. I do apologize, sir, but wherever you are, if you'll come out of hiding, I'll be happy to give it to you.
Yes, give me one moment. I have a problem to deal with in this strange void.
Yes, sir?
Hrothgar will turn to the three men standing up and say, give me one moment. I have a small appointment that I need to attend to with this Cathilda that I was just speaking to.
Be quick.
All right. So can I walk through the void and will it take me back to Cathilda?
You, does anybody else want to do anything? You all are still here. You're all seeing this.
Yeah, I wanna sing a quick song. So he pointed at his sister and then he ran away. He ran.
Shit, I thought it was gonna be Lever Johnny Lever, but yeah. All right. So, yeah, you start walking back through the void, and your footfall sounds do not change. And you see Cathilda almost like she's being underlit. She doesn't look like she doesn't act like she can see you. She has a large
Assets.
well, a medium size, I should say, hand chest with her, and she's and a torch in the other hand. But you look and you see the flames from the torch don't put out any light at all. It's just like fire. It's just like somebody drew a picture of fire and colored the rest of the page in black. It does not.
So it's as though I'm in like a different room or like a one-way mirror.
If that helps you, sure.
There's no way I can get to her, and no way I can get out unless
You
I
can-
give this man the
You
coin.
can probably get to her. She can't see you. Doesn't mean you can't get to her. Just means she doesn't see you.
So then how do I make it so that she sees me?
I don't know, James.
Question.
Figure it out. It's not my problem.
Not my problem.
That is 100% not my problem. I can't believe. Okay, all right, yep.
Look what you did.
I gave James a simple moral quandary, and he doesn't even know what to do. This is funny. Go on.
Yeah.
He doesn't even see that it's a moral quandary.
No, he doesn't.
Nope. Completely lost.
Do you die or sacrifice a bit of your life, or do you pawn it off to this random woman that's coming to give you the reward that you were promised?
There you go.
Yeah, then that's...
Now, here's the complication, right? You
But then
could
how do I
hold
give
her
it
in
to
some
her?
form of... Well, just hand it to her. That's not the issue. The issue is, like, what you want to do here. Like, the moral quandary is a little bit weirder, because her boss is the person that, like, fucked you over, right?
Yeah, and
The
so
only
that's
reason
what
you're
I'm-
in this situation is because of that.
Mm-hmm. And so that if I sacrifice this woman, I'll just get right out of it and not...
This is how you figure out key points of your character. What is he gonna do? You've also got two other people that you can try and do
No, I'm
something
not
with.
going to sacrifice my crew for my mistakes.
Okay.
Maybe.
Thilda, darling, I will take that chest from you. If you would just set it on the floor, and I will set my, this... what's it called?
The seal.
The seal. On the floor. Master Sharkbite asked me to give this to you when you passed on the chest.
Sure. I'll set it down. She sets it down, and whatever you are, I'll just extend my hands, and I'll take whatever this thing is that he wanted me to have. So you make the trade, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Because fuck that man.
You
Sharkbite.
you take
Piece of shit.
You're also killing an innocent woman in the crossfire, but yeah.
I
Fuck that guy.
fuck that man.
You take the chest of platinum that is your payment. We will assume that it's all there. And you hand her the seal. You watch as she just sort of turns it over a couple of times, and and look at it like she's not quite seeing it. Maybe it's shrouded for her, or maybe it looks like something different, or who knows. You hear the shadow council behind you.
Where did you get that rubber
The
band?
seal
Where'd you get that?
is now made.
The fuck?
And you watch as, just as everyone predicted, Cathilda begins to rapidly age, and her already easily late to middle age appearance becomes more and more and more old. She collapses as her bones and body gives out under the rapid atrophy and aging. You watch this thin, smoky, thick trace of magic arcs from the seal and to the Shadow Council. You watch as they twirl around their fingers, almost like cotton candy. And then they make a fist, and it disappears. And Cathilda is basically a mummy, but without any of the embalming.
As she drops limply, her
Mhm.
life taken from her prematurely. She could have
By
been a mother. She was definitely someone's daughter.
she she had a mortgage. She had a family. She had.
Kind of,
You don't even know how many grandchildren she had.
not now.
Well, she
Uh,
still has
there's
grandchildren. They're just
another
never going to see her
version,
again.
Another
True.
cycle. Another meeting of terms. We shall call again in 75 years. And with that, the Shadow Council fades out. The void drips down into the floor like water. And you are left standing there, the three of you.
So I can like touch the floor where the void was.
Well, it's floor now.
Yeah, so I can touch it.
You can touch the floor, yeah?
I'm gonna like gently tap it with my foot, just kind of tap tap, like where'd it go? Kind of like if I had a stick, I would poke at it, but
Seems like rock floor to you.
well, where'd they go? Oh shit, cat, it's okay. You're okay.
You all saw and heard what happened.
Yeah.
You don't know where they went, but you did see what your captain did.
Okay, kitty.
I'm not going to meet his eyes. The somber
Ooh.
kind of like
Ooh.
aura around me. I'm just going to walk past him and head for the door.
Your first mate refuses to make eye contact with you as he walks towards a slightly glowing door.
Hrothgar will watch him walk past with remorseless eyes of what he decided that he was going to do.
When I get to the door, I'm going to, without looking back, I'm going to shout back, "Come on, we've all had enough doom and gloom for today. Let's get back to the ship."
Doom and gloom.
Hrothgar will kind of shrug his shoulders and head off after him.
You going with him, Marlo?
Yeah, I'll just take one more peek, kind of behind me, I guess, and just kind of move along.
Okay. You head out the door. It's a surprisingly short walk. You can almost see a little pinprick of slightly less dark at the end of it. It is nighttime at this point. But you come out to a beachside cave. And you see far off to your left, or your port side,
Ooh.
the lights of Saltspray Crescent, the only city. You hear a little bit of raucous laughter and what sounds like maybe an explosion or two, but there's
You
civilization.
also possess someone over there.
Yeah. And you quietly, somberly make your way back towards civilization.
Woo.
And
Go
that
get some more revenge.
is that.
It was beautiful.
Aw,
Very much
shucks.
enjoyable.
Thanks, Jimothy. I knew you'd
That was
like.
nice.
It's not bad for being cut in half and then having a surprise cameo.
It's always, More the merrier.
Yeah, for sure.
2 fireballs.
2 fireballs. Yeah.
2 fireballs.
There's
And
a
a
yeah.
wasted
There's a
fire.
lot
you-
to there's a lot to
And you
talk
jet
about.
it out of the way after learning you can burn by your own fireball.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
that was
had.
more because the skeleton attack put me on 5 HP, but yeah.
Minor details.
Love that skeleton.
Not
You
even
know,
a
if it makes you
CRT
feel any
control.
better, he had anxiety issues.
Oh, okay, that does make me feel better. You know what? Beauty's a compliment, man.
Beauty's a free man.
Woo! Alright, well. Next Monday, Cyanide should be back. There's nothing to update him with, so.
I mean, I have shit to update him with.
Hey, oh, hoo-hoo.
Yeah. Yesterday, I shipped off my bitch boy baby brother to Montreal, so...
Oh, you're not even gonna give him time to get over his jet lag? Damn.
No, fuck that shit.
Alrighty.
What jet lag?
He was
From
in
Egypt? What do you mean?
Yeah, from Egypt, girl.
I had no jet lag from the US to Australia, and that was like 14-hour flight.
Okay. But you're not Cyanide.
Well, those of us that are more accustomed to flying like to sleep on planes.
Huh?
I wish I could do that. I just can't get comfortable.
Oh, it's so easy. Dude, honestly, I'm only ever comfortable. Like, I sleep easier on planes than I do in my own bed. It's fucked.
This is the least believable
So
thing.
I need to get you an airplane bed?
Yeah.
No,
No,
straight
not
up,
an
I need a
airplane
private
bed.
jet
You mean like a
just to get
chair? You mean like a recliner that doesn't recline?
First class has beds.
First class, huh? Okay, alright.
What the fuck is first class business?
Since
Come on.
when do we... since when do we go first class, Chili? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Let me call up my sugar daddy and get him to buy me a first class
I
ticket.
got upgraded for free because they overbooked, and they're like, and I was like, no, I want this flight. And they're like, we'll give you first class if you switch flights. I'm like, okay.
Oh, that is
And that's
bitchin'.
all it took.
That is...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only way to get... Yeah.
Plus a voucher, plus they give you a voucher, so I was like, okay.
Damn. Okay.
So my shit got there before I did.
Ooh,
But
that's...
they held it at the security there, so it
Right.
was alright. Man.
Alright, well...
They even offered... When was I in Australia?
Yeah.
2015.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was there over the 4th of July, actually, so since they all were like, hey, you're American, right? Because my accent clearly is not Australian. Well, that was their thing. They're like, America or Canada?
Nice.
Every time. And I'm like, America, yeah.
Right.
And they're like, it's 4th of July back home, right? I'm like, yeah, and my Independence Day. And they're like, free shots, there you go, to your freedom. It's like, oh shit. It was awesome. And I ate kangaroo and ostrich.
Oh, how does kangaroo taste?
It was actually really good. It was really good. 10 out of 10 recommend.
Damn.
Would actually devour a fucking kangaroo.
We have so many out there. It's like deer in the United States. Like, they're getting hit all the time because they're
getting hit
bouncing around like they don't give two shits.
Yes, but what
And
does...
if you want to start a fight with one, you gotta scratch your belly. Look at it square in its eyes and just like scratch your belly, and like it will like charge you.
But what does kangaroo mean?
What does kangaroo mean? What?
Yeah, what does kangaroo mean?